like to call the Ward meeting for Wednesday, May 13th. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Christie, would you do the roll call, please?
Yes. Councilman Tom Schmidt.
Here.
Councilman Kevin Conley.
Present.
Councilman Rob Getzloff.
Present.
Councilman Caleb Johnson. Here. Councilwoman Robin Narvanitis.
Here.
Attorney David Ostian.
Present.
Fire Chief Bob Patterson.
Here.
Police Chief Pete Sormaz.
Here.
Park Superintendent Irene Morales. Here. IT AJ Garcia. Here. Nice Engineering Neil Simstad. Here. Public Works Director Chad Nondorf.
Here.
Director of Operations Andy Hansen.
Here.
Town Manager Jim Gorman.
Here.
Recording Secretary Robin Teal. Deputy Clerk Treasurer Christy Klein, present.
Thank you, Chris. The Water Board consists of 3 members, myself, Councilman Schmidt, and Councilman Conley. So at this time, we will remove Councilwoman Robin and Councilman Caleb off the roll call. Minutes of the March 11, 2026 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Claims, any additional claims, Christie?
No, sir.
Pleasure of the board.
So move on claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Reports, Jim?
No reports, Mr. President.
Okay, any reports from council members on the board, water board? Hearing none? Okay. No old business under new business. Recommend the town council to award bid for the town of Schererville lead and galvanized line replacement project to Rex Construction Company Incorporated in the amount of $282,000. Jim?
I'm going to defer this to Mr. Nondorf, Public Works
Okay.
Director.
Good evening, everyone. In 2023 and 2024, the Schererville Water Department inspected almost 500 homes, primarily in the older sections of town. We inspected what type of water service entered the home or business. Our finding were 16 service lines using galvanized style pipe and 6 using lead style pipe out of the 500 interior inspections. For the remaining sections of town, we use a process called predictive modeling, which enabled us to predict service type based off the year the home or the business was constructed, the year lead was outlawed by the US EPA, and internal water department records. Once we gathered all this record, we used an IDEM-approved website, and we reported 12,546 total services within the water district. And that included the 22 that had lead and galvanized. The submittal was confirmed and accepted by IDEM. A required lead and water notification was sent to each of the 22 homes by certified U.S. Postal Service mail in 2024 and 2025, so IDEM and U.S. EPA compliance was achieved. The bid opening for the replacement project occurred on Friday, May 8th at the Schererville Town Hall, and I'll let Neil Simstad cover the topic of the project bid report.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you to Chad for that thorough back history. So for the 22 locations for the lead and galvanized replacement, we had the bids opening last Friday, and there was one bidder. The engineer's opinion of cost was $273,000. The bidder submitted the required Form 96 non-collusion affidavit and bid bond, and their bid was in the amount of $282,000. And so after reviewing the bid, we would make a recommendation to Rex Construction Company Incorporated in that amount of $282,000. Any questions?
No?
No
Any
questions?
questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Neil, is it pretty common not to get a lot of bids on something like that, or is that specialty work?
It is specialty work, and I know several other communities that have hundreds of additional lines that are being replaced at this point, and the pool of additional bidders was low because of that. But the difference between the engineer's opinion of cost based on our experience with these similar types of work and the submitted bid by Rex was within, percentage points. So it's a reasonable bid, and it's the most responsive and responsible bidder.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I move to approve the bid for the lead and galvanized line replacement with Terex Construction for $282,000.
Okay, we have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. At this time, I will take any business from the floor regarding waterworks. Any business from the floor? Any business from the floor? Hearing none, we'll move into the stormwater.
I'd like to call the Stormwater Board meeting for Wednesday, May 13, 2026, called to order at, it is 6:40 PM. The roll call is slightly different, still 3 members consisting of myself, Tom Schmidt, and Robin Arvanitis for this Stormwater Board. First agenda item is the minutes of the March 11th, 2026 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Minutes are approved. Clerk Treasurer Christy Klein tonight. Are there any additional claims?
No, there are not.
So move on claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Claims are approved. Any reports from staff in regard to the Stormwater Board?
No reports, Mr. President.
Any council member reports on Stormwater Board?
No.
Mr. President, Chad, do you have an update on the ditch relining and stuff that they're doing?
Yeah, the Schererville ditch along Deer Creek Drive, that project's probably 99% complete. They planted shrubs at the top of the ditch. All the riprap is in, all the seed and blanket is in on the embankments of the ditch. The Dyer ditch has not gone any further. The trees have been removed, but Dyer Construction hasn't been able to get in there with the wet spring. They're a little behind schedule. So hopefully they're coming in here pretty quick to get that one finished off.
Thank you. Yeah, they look good. It looks like they're planting trees now.
Yeah, I think them are like shrub-style trees, whatever was in that spec for the project. Not 100% sure.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, thank you.
There is no old business, no new business. Any business from the floor regarding the Stormwater Board? Stormwater Board business. Any business from the floor for the Stormwater Board? Hearing none, this meeting's adjourned.
Call to order the Redevelopment Commission meeting for Wednesday, May 13th, 2026. The time is 6:43 PM. The Redevelopment Commission is comprised of the entire town council. Minutes of the April 8th, 2026 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Claims, any additional claims?
No, there's not.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the claims?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 5-0. Any reports from staff on redevelopment?
No reports, Mr. President.
Thank you. Council members?
None.
Okay, we have no old business. New business, item A, resolution number 2026-1, a resolution of the Schererville Redevelopment Commission concerning the 2027 budget year determination for the need to capture incremental assessed valuation within the Kennedy Avenue allocation area and all matters related thereto. Mr. Gorman.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next 3 resolutions on the agenda also relate to this resolution. All 4 separate resolutions this evening require under Indiana Code to make certain determinations related to its need to capture TIF revenues for the following budget year. The redevelopment commission notified each affecting tax unit for this meeting tonight. The TIF revenues that are collected in 2026 are needed in 2027 to meet the commission's outstanding debt service and other purposes which are attached to each resolution. The TIF district's worksheet shows an anticipated TIF revenues and expenditures. All TIF revenues collected are expected to be used for the purpose prescribed under Indiana code. Once these resolutions are acted upon this evening, a written notice of determination of these resolutions will be made to the Lake County Auditor, the Schererville Town Council, and each of the taxing units that are located within the TIF allocation area by June 15th of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Gorman? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve resolution number 2026-1.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes 5-0.
Motion to, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Item B, resolution number 2026-2, a resolution of the Schererville Redevelopment Commission concerning the 2027 budget year, determination for the need to capture incremental assessed valuation within the Shops on Main allocation area and all matters related thereto. Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve resolution number 2026-2.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Item C, resolution number 2026-3, a resolution of the Schererville Redevelopment Commission concerning the 2027 budget year, determination for the need to capture incremental assessed valuation within the Plum Creek Precision Allocation Area and all matters related thereto. Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Last item, item D, resolution number 2026-4, a resolution of the Schererville Redevelopment Commission concerning the 2027 budget year, determination for the need to capture incremental assessed valuation within the Ileana Speedway Route 30 corridor allocation area and all matters related thereto.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0.
Mr. President, one question, Mr. Gorman. These are the only four, these are all the four districts that we have.
That is correct, sir.
Thanks.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Any business from the floor regarding redevelopment? Any business from the floor? Hearing none, this meeting's adjourned.
Good evening. I'd like to call the Utility Board meeting for the town of Schererville for Wednesday, May 13th at approximately 6:47 PM. The roll call for the Utility Board is all members of the council, just like the redevelopment. The first item on the agenda is the minutes from the April 8th public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0 on minutes. Any additional claims, Christie?
No, sir.
Next item is the claims.
Motion to approve the claims.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Reports is, Mr. Gorman, any reports on utilities?
The only report I have, Mr. President, is the biosolids building down at the wastewater treatment plant is 100% completed construction. We're just waiting for final paperwork to come through to pay our architect and our contractor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we going to have an open house, a little party gathering in the biosolids building after?
Oh, we are not.
Dang it.
Mr. Nondorf, you have any reports for utilities? Nothing. How about Mr. Simstead? No reports, Mr. President. Thank you. Any council members report for utilities?
No.
We have no old business, we have no new business. Is there any business from the floor regarding utilities? Any business from the floor regarding utilities? No business from the floor. We'll move right into the town council meeting.
I'd like to call the town council meeting for Wednesday, May 13th, 2026, to order at 6:49. The roll call remains the same as the previous meeting of the utility board, which includes the entire council. First on the agenda, we have the minutes of the April 8th, 2026 public meeting.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved, 5-0. Next on the agenda, we have claims. Are there any additional claims?
No, ma'am.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved, 5-0. Next on the agenda, we move to reports. Starting on this end, Fire Chief Patterson, do you have any reports?
No reports today.
Thank you. Police Chief Sormaz?
No reports tonight, Madam.
Parks Department, Irene Morales?
Reports.
No reports? Thank you. Moving to this side, Neil Simstad, our town engineer.
No reports outside the agenda items for reports.
Thank you. Ched Nondorf, Director of Public Works.
No reports. I'll talk about the CCMG when we get to that.
Okay. Director of Operations, Andy Hinson.
I do have one tonight.
Thank you.
Kennedy Avenue, that project is moving along. A lot of utility work going on currently. Right after Memorial Day, Junction Avenue will likely close. It will be closed from the day after Memorial Day to right before the 4th of July to start doing that transition work for moving Junction Avenue. It will go back to the old Junction Avenue when we switch it back, but then it will close again at a later time. So starting right after Memorial Day, we'll start seeing some road closures in that area. We'll send that out to the media and to everyone here so they know what's going on. It'll be on our website and everything as well.
Thank you. Jim Gorman, Town Manager.
No reports.
Thank you. Do we have any reports from council members?
No, ma'am.
All right, moving on. Public comments regarding agenda items. Are there any public comments regarding agenda items? If we have any, we ask that you limit your comments to 3 minutes. None? Oh, yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Colin Zafik. I'm part of the executive board for the Schererville Firefighters Union, Local 4279. I would like to make a comment on item H. I want to thank the council for making progress in regards to the new fire station for the Schererville Fire Department. As a department and union, we recognize that a new station is needed, and we appreciate the town's willingness to invest in the future of public safety infrastructure. At the same time, we believe it is important that conversations continue regarding public safety, including staffing and operational readiness as well. Fire station is one part of the emergency response system, but personnel, equipment, and infrastructure must all work together to provide the level of service our residents expect and deserve. Our hope is simply that as progress continues towards a fire station, the need for staffing improvements and long-term operational sustainability remains part of the conversation moving forward. All our firefighters in this department are proud to serve this community each and every day, as we look forward to continuing to work collaboratively towards a solution that supports the public safety in Schererville. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a presentation. Jim? Oh, I'm sorry. Are there any more comments regarding agenda items? No. Do we have any other presentation?
I wasn't aware of one.
Okay. So
Is there someone to present anything out there before we move on?
we do
Oh,
have.
oh,
Not necessarily about agenda items.
that's
Oh,
okay.
no, this is
You-
presentation.
Yeah, you could
Now's the
still,
time.
just speak into the mic, please. Thank you. Oh,
Hello. My name is Abigail Coase. I have lived in Schererville for most of my life, and for the past 3 years, I've started driving, and I'm sure you can see where this is going. I would like to draw a little bit of attention to overall road safety today. I'm sure you've heard stuff about US 30, 41, Indianapolis Boulevard before, and I'm sure you're taking steps to improve that situation. But I would like to personally draw attention to a road that I drive every single morning and like once or twice at night, and that is Avenue H. It's not a very main road, but there are some major problems with it. Specifically, there is a very large stretch of road near the intersection with Kennedy Avenue where there is a very large problem of speeding. I am often on that road and the speed limit is 35 and people will be going 55 and also pushing you while you are going the speed limit. And there's also the problem that a lot of deer and wild animals cross that road, and I personally have not seen any road signs saying that there's a deer crossing or any type of thing about animals. I believe that there could be a little bit better safety on that part. I believe that adding like a sign to there stating that a lot of wild animals cross or deer cross would be an advantage for every driver that comes on that road. And I also believe maybe a bit more monitoring of speed limits or preventionary tactics, like perhaps adding solar-powered radar speed signs or rumble strips or, you know, stuff, that kind of thing, just to improve the safety, because it's a very unsafe road. So, yeah, that was what I would like to speak about. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gorman, I'm sorry, circling back to reports, did you have a report that you were going to give?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
sorry,
you.
sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I just wanted to bring everyone up to date on the Central Fire Station. We are working with the architect. I just actually got an email from him the other day that they should be completing the engineering as well as the structure for that project. The finish date is May 28th, and once we get all that stuff, I'm going to present that to the Plan Commission for secondary approval. Once that is completed and approved, then we start going into the bid process. So then we'll start the bidding with that. We're under contract with the architect to get the bidding documents prepared. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Madam
Yes.
President, getting back to this young lady's report here, Chad and Andy, can you look into some of those suggestions that she had for Avenue H? Check the signage and such.
Yeah, a portion of that road is not actually Schererville's as well, so we'll have to work with Griffith on that, on Avenue H.
Okay.
Thank you.
But thank you very much for
Yes.
bringing it to our attention.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good job.
There is no old business, so we will move on to new business. Item A, ordinance number 2046, an ordinance amending the schedule of towing and other fees to be changed and collected for such services by the Schererville Metropolitan Police Department, repealing town ordinances number 897, number 1059, number 1203, number 1487, number 1636, number 1687, number 1820, number 1992, and conflict herewith, and all matters related hereto. Would this be Chief Sormaz?
Yes, I can answer that question.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, over the past several months, Andy Hansen and Jim Gorman and their staff, we've been working with updating a lot of the ordinances that haven't been updated over the several years, and one in particular was the tow fee schedule. So after evaluating the tow fee schedule and consulting with our towing companies, it was determined that the existing rates are no longer reflect the operational costs of the toll firm. So we were suggesting an increase for the toll rates that were presented to the council, and that would reflect the operating costs for the towns to provide the consistent service that we need for emergency service and non-emergency services.
Thank you. And this
What
will
was the-
require two readings, correct?
Yeah, what was the tow rate increase recommended?
There were several different categories. I don't know if you have in front of you the current rate. The current rate for night and daytime were it's 185, and the new rate is 250, which is, from what after speaking with the tow firms, industry standard for local tows. And some of these cars are getting pretty difficult to tow. They're challenging because of the electric cars, the batteries. Some cars require dismounting computer boards and brains to get them onto these flatbeds. So there's increasing costs with them also. So I checked with the surrounding communities, and that's the going rate that they've been. Dyer's right now at 250, and St. John has a contract, but in 2 months it'll be reevaluated. It will go up to 250 as well. So it's right on target.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Madam President, motion to approve ordinance 2046.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Motion to adopt? Oh, sorry.
Second.
You didn't say approved.
Motion is approved, 5-0. Now we have a motion on the floor to adopt.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion adopted, 5-0. Thank you. Item B, ordinance number 2047, an ordinance repealing town solicitor regulations, town ordinance number 2008, and town ordinance number 2045, both being ordinances establishing replacement and current regulations for licensing of solicitors in the town of Schererville, Lake County, Indiana, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith and all matters related thereto. This will be 2 readings also.
Thank you, Madam
Yes.
President. So this modifies our current ordinance to simplify the paperwork that's involved for the town's end and modifies the application. So it allows for profits and for nonprofits, solicitors to go door to door as long as they're registered with the town. As part of that process, each solicitor will have an ID that would be given to them through the police department. So each solicitor would have to go through a background check. They'd have to pay the application fee, and they'd also have to pay the licensing fee. So that's what's on the table now. Our old ordinance was just for nonprofits. So we are, along with this, we're going to try and put out something in our newsletter as well as on our website that notifies our residents that you may be seeing solicitors come around, because that is their right. But if nobody wants to see them, then you can purchase signing probably anywhere that says no soliciting, or you can talk to them. But if they don't have an ID, they're not licensed. So
And what do they do if they don't have an ID? Can they report them to the police? What is the
absolutely,
procedure?
we would encourage that, and that'll be in our letter to the residents.
Perfect.
And it is like a badge with their picture on it and everything.
Okay, great.
Anything to add, Pete?
Yeah, no, it's a real good process, I think, and with that process, one step there, we're referred over to the police department, and we do a background check on the solicitor or the individual that's gonna go door to door, and we'll have that information in our computer system. So if we have to respond to anything like that, their information is already in the computer, and we can verify if he's a legitimate solicitor or not. If not, we could also issue a ticket or a warning and direct them to our town hall, because a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of individuals don't realize, or companies, that you need some kind of permit to go door to door to be a solicitor. So I think it covers all bases.
So you're saying they would have a badge or something that's come from the town? What-
Absolutely,
Okay,
yep,
and it has to be on their person?
yep.
Okay.
So dispatch will have that information if they get a
Yes,
call?
yes, it's accessible to all sworn officers and dispatchers, yes.
All right, very good. Motion to approve ordinance number 2047?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to adopt?
Oop, you jumped too soon also?
Did I jump too soon?
Motion to approve, 5-0. Now we have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Approved 5-0, adopted 5-0. That was a wreck.
We're getting there.
Okay, yes, that was a
We'll
tough
figure
one.
this out one of these days.
Item C, resolution number 2026-2, a resolution authorizing and approving entry into a joint interlocal cooperation agreement pertaining to the Tri-Town Safety Village Incorporated entity and all matters related thereto.
Thank you, Madam President. This is a interlocal agreement with the town of Schererville, the town of St. John, and the town of Dyer related to the safety village. It brings that agreement that we had in place was a couple decades old, so this brings everything back into compliance. It dictates ownership and all the rules and regs that go along with it. We also went through the bylaws process. That's done internally within the board, the executive board of the safety village, and they also pass those. So if this gets approved tonight, town of Dyer has already approved it, and then it'll get passed on St. John for them to approve it at a public meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Move to approve, Madam President, resolution number 2026-2.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion,
Going to abstain, 4-0 then.
I'm sorry,
I did not vote, abstain.
you've abstained.
Yep.
So motion is approved, 4-0, one abstention.
Correct.
Thank you. Next, we have item D, Resolution 2026-3, a resolution amending the Town of Schererville Fire Department hiring procedure to require entry into and execution of a firefighter turnout gear loan and reimbursement agreement as a condition of the employment as a member of the Town Fire Department and all matters related thereto. This is from the Town Board of Safety agenda.
Thank you, Madam President. Chief Patterson, you want to handle this one, or you want me to do it?
So as we have the paramedic, same type of reimbursement program for the paramedic school, we put this together also as another way of protecting our investment into the employees in that. So it'd be following the same exact rules as it is with the paramedic reimbursement program that we put together a couple of years back.
Thank you.
Motion to approve resolution number 2026-3.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved, 5-0.
Thank you.
Next, we have item E, consider acceptance of the tow service provider agreement. Tow companies shall furnish all services, labor, equipment, facilities, and materials for towing or tow-related services at the request of the Town of Schererville. This would be Chief Sormas?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, this goes, second part of line item A, which is the agreement. So as part of an overall review of the towing fees and the operational procedures, we identified the need to update our ordinance and add an agreement to conform to new requirements under Indiana code. The department currently operates under an ordinance that provides general expectations. So Indiana code currently establishes the mandatory requirements for written towing policies and contracts between towing companies and law enforcement agencies entered into after June 30th of 2025. Its purpose is to promote transparency, consistency, and consumer protection. So by requiring tow agreements to clarify, define important operational and financial terms, including service rates, storage fees, response times, equipment standards, and vehicle owner access rights. Additionally, it gives law enforcement agencies authority to suspend or remove towing companies that violate the agreement. So basically, with updating the ordinance and adding the agreement, we are in line with our day-to-day operations and Indiana code.
Thank you.
Question. Chief, who determines who the tow service provider is then? Is that the Board of Safety or is that the police department?
That's recommended to the council. Existing, we have 4 tow service providers. This would reflect back to the existing tow service providers. We're not adding or subtracting any of them right now. It's an enhancement to what's going on now. So the ordinance is pretty much a general expectation of what goes on. And the Indiana code last year that was implemented in June 30th, 2025, requires that we have a detailed explanation on several different categories. So it's an enhancement to our ordinance.
So this is a proposed provider agreement.
Yes.
Not effective to any of the providers that currently provide us with tow services. It's going to be enforced or asked for them to sign it in the future as they renew their contracts or whatever. Then this is something that's going to go into effect when they next renew their contracts? Is that what you mean?
So right now, we don't have any contracts with the providers. This will be the contract moving forward from this point on. So the existing vendors that we have, or the tow firms, they would be presented with this, and that'd be up to them if they choose to move forward with signing this agreement or not.
Perfect, I see. Thank you for the clarification. Thanks, Chief.
Anything?
Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Approved, 5-0. Item F, consider acceptance of AT&T Enterprises LLC Service Provider Agreement, an enhanced 911, E911 service provisioned by AT&T that utilizes AT&T premises to house certain E911 call handling equipment for purposes of receiving and transporting E911 calls from within a predetermined service area to be authorized public safety answering points, PSAPs, identified by Southcom Schererville Police Department. Is this Jim?
Thank you, Madam President. Yeah, this agreement with AT&T is a 5-year agreement for 911 telephone services at our dispatch center, Southcom. It provides 4 stations at our public safety answering point. The amount is $20,000 new networking equipment, computers, and installation up front, and $8,800 monthly for that 5 years. Our current contract is like $7,400, I believe, a month.
Yeah, 7450 was the notes I had.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Move to approve, Madam President.
We have a motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any other discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved 5-0. Item G, authorize the, I'm sorry. Item G, I think, Jim, you have already reported on this?
Yes.
Item G?
Yep.
Yes. So,
Yeah, so Mr. Gorman had reported, this process is already in the works, working with the architect for the central fire station, so therefore it doesn't require a vote. So with that being said, and this is similar to any contract that the town has with any project in general. So with that being said, I'll make a motion to table this item.
thank you.
Second.
So we have a motion to table and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
So this item has been tabled. Thank you for explaining in the reports, Mr. Gorman, this
You're
item
welcome.
already.
Thank you, Jim.
Yes. So it didn't need to be here. Thank you. Item H, authorize the clerk treasurer to explore options for financing the central fire station project. Mr.
So
Gorman?
this is typical for any project to seek financial choices for us on how we're going to finance the building of the fire station. So this will basically authorize staff, clerk treasurer along with staff to seek those, look for some of that financing through our bond counsel and through our financial advisor that we use with the town, as well as our town attorney. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Yes. And I want to make clear, just for everybody that's listening or going to listen in the future, this is not in opposition to the fire department or public safety. This is about whether or not it is prudent for this town council to spend $10 million or potentially more than $10 million on building a central fire station, a new central fire station to replace the existing central fire station. I am of the opinion, it's my opinion only, not the rest of the council, I'm not speaking for them. I am of the opinion that replacing our current central fire station with a new central fire station just down the road is only marginally necessary. It's only needed for a couple of little things. Yes, our old fire station is old. Yes, our old fire station might need some updating or some work on the air conditioning or things that might be out of date. Yes, it is further down the road than the proposed central fire station, to be in the center of town. But those response times, those differences in location and the building are not going to generate that different of service to our residents. And that's the issue. Spending this money right now when we are unsure what's happening with Senate Bill 1, Senate Enrolled Act 1, the effect that's going to have on us with our taxes. We know for sure that it's affecting us this year in the amount of $700,000+ that we are unable to collect because of circuit breakers. Circuit breaker is the maximum amount that people have to pay on their property taxes. That means that we're charging the maximum already to people. If we go and we bond $10+ million on a fire station, we're going to have to find that money somewhere. That's going to come from the general fund. That means services. that we currently provide aren't going to be able to be provided the same as they are now. That means our fire department may not have the money they have currently to operate. Plus, this new building is going to cost us more to operate. NIPSCO, insurance, all the things that go into operating a building, maintenance costs, all go up. It's larger, it's bigger, it's more complex, technology is more expensive. All these things go into operational costs year to year to year to year. We don't have the extra money, and we certainly don't foresee more money coming into this town from property taxes based upon Senate Enrolled Act 1. We should not proceed forward with a new central fire station. We should focus on maintaining the services that we currently provide at the level that we provide them and enhancing those and being efficient in providing those services. That's where our focus should be, not spending more money on a central fire station that, truthfully, we just don't need right now. There may be a time in the future where it is prudent to build a central fire station. I will 100% back it, but right now is not the time.
Thank you. I'm going to read the agenda item again. Authorize the clerk treasurer to explore options for financing the central fire station project, just to be clear what the agenda item is.
Yep, and I wanted to make sure everybody understood why I'm
Thank you.
voting against it.
Mr. Johnson, we heard.
Thank you.
Move to approve, Madam President. And also, I'd like to, well, I need a second.
It was already motioned and seconded.
We have a motion and a
That's
second.
why we were having discussion.
I have a comment on that. I'd like the public to know the history of the new fire station. We started working on the fire station to build a new fire station roughly 5 years ago. We did a study in the town of Schererville, and they said the best place for a central fire station would be further west than the present one, which is why we chose that site. We've been working on that site for 3 to 4 years on getting the property bought, getting all the engineering done, getting all the soil testing done, doing all the work that has to be done to build a project like that. In the meantime, we have a fire station in the east part of town. We have a fire station in the northwest part of town. This is something that is a public safety, and it's a capital project. A capital project, like Mr. Johnson said, is normally a bonded out project, or there's several different ways to finance a project that way. I feel personally that we can look at all the options, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the options of how to finance that. But our fire department if anyone's been down to the fire station, our central fire station now, you would say that we need a new fire station. We need some place that we can employ our people, can work out of, can do their training that needs to be done. It's now that the engineering and the architect work is completed, we need to get that prepared and look at the financing. And as soon as we find out what the financing is, if it tells us that we can't do it right now, then I understand. But if it tells us we can, then I think it's important that we, as a public safety issue, I think we should move on it. The studies are pretty much done on that, and we should that should be wrapping up this month, like Mr. Gorman reported earlier. So I want them to move on with the item to explore the different type of financing.
Thank you.
Therefore, I move to approve it.
Madam President, if I could
Yes.
just add, so, again, this agenda item doesn't authorize the expenditure for the building of the fire station. It's to explore options. Now, none of us know yet exactly what the impact of SC1 is going to have on our general fund. And we can't move forward with spending the money on building a fire station until we know what that impact is, and we don't know what that is. But this agenda item just explores options. That's all it does. And we talked about in the earlier agenda item that, the bid package, working with the architect, that's already in motion. That hasn't stopped. You know, so we'll be ready, and once we know 100% that we can afford to do it, we'll pull the trigger on building the fire station. So I think we're being prudent here, you know, with this project. So,
Thank you.
yep.
Mr. Getzloff, do you have anything?
No, I think everybody covered
Okay,
everything.
thank you. All right, I believe, should we, we have a motion and a second. Do we need a roll call?
Probably best.
Yes, could we have a roll call?
Christie, roll call.
No.
Mr. Conley,
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt,
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff,
Yes,
Mrs. Arvanitis.
Yes. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you.
4-1.
4-1, my fault, 4-1, sorry. 4-1.
Don't forget me.
Motion carries 4-1. Item H, award the bid for the Town of Schererville 2026 street resurfacing to Ruth Riley Construction Company Incorporated in the amount of $1,929,969.85. Authorize the town manager, director of operations, clerk treasurer, and town attorney to finalize execution of documents to the Indiana Department of Transportation, INDOT, once invoicing is received. This project is being facilitated through the Community Crossing Matching Grant Fund by INDOT. Chad, Mr.
Thank you.
Nondorf.
22 streets were submitted and approved for the 2026 CCMG. They include streets in Foxwood Villas, Northwood Subdivision, Hugo Hill Subdivision, Lincoln Knolls Subdivision, Robin Hood Boulevard, Harvest Drive north of 30, Pineview Lane, and Lewis Drive. This 2026 CCMG project would be in addition to the 2025 CCMG that's already underway, with concrete work already occurring in a few neighborhoods around town. So this would be 48 total streets would be resurfaced in 2026 with concrete repairs as well.
Thank you.
Was that Pineview Lane or Pineview Street? Is there a difference?
Pineview off of 91st, I think it's Pineview Street.
Pineview Street. I just want to make sure.
Madam President,
Yes.
I move to approve. I have a question for Chad, though, if I can get a second.
Second.
So Chad, when will Ruth and Riley start on these?
We are going to have a pre-construction meeting Friday if this gets approved today, and we'll go forward from there with that. Like I said, the 2025-1's already underway, and they've been in Eagle Ridge Estates, are currently in Novosela with the concrete work, and Milestone is the contractor for that section of the CCMG. It'll be this year, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. We have to discuss. Is there any other discussion?
Not at this time.
All in favor?
aye.
Approved 5-0. Thank you. Item J, award the bid for the Town of Schererville lead and galvanized line replacement project to Rex Construction Incorporated in the amount of $282,000. Authorize the town manager, director of operations, clerk treasurer, and town attorney to finalize execution of the documents. This is from the Waterworks Board agenda.
Motion to approve?
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
None.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved 5-0. Item K, consider the approval to purchase property located at 62 and 72 Kennedy Avenue, Schererville, Indiana, from Ronald Carlson in the amount of $92,214. This is the right-of-way, and to authorize the town manager, director of operations, clerk treasurer, and town attorney to finalize execution of documents. This is Phase 3, Parcel 16 in the Kennedy Avenue Improvement Project. Andy?
Yes, like you said, this is for Phase 3, Parcel 16, as part of the Kennedy Avenue project. It's the yellow parcels on the screen here. It's just south of Solon Prusen Funeral Home, at the amount of $92,214. The amount is reflected on the appraised value of the land, as well as a supplemental amount based on comparable properties in the area. And as part of this, we also be installing a larger driveway to accommodate the two lots. And we also be removing a tree and installing some culvert pipes, which will connect his sump pump into that as well.
Thank you.
Move to approve, Madam President.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item is approved, 5-0. Item L, I'd like to read a proclamation from the Town of Schererville, National Police Week proclamation. Whereas the Congress and the President of the United States has designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. Whereas the members of the law enforcement agency and the town of Schererville play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the town of Schererville. And whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of their law enforcement agency, and that members of our law enforcement agency recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence and disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression. And whereas the men and women of the law enforcement agency of the town of Schererville unceasingly provide a vital public service. Now, therefore, I, Robin Arvanitis, call upon all citizens of the town of Schererville and upon all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the week of May 10th through May 16th, 2026 as Police Week, with appropriate ceremonies, observances, and in which all of our people may join in commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their communities, and in doing so have established for themselves an enviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. I further call upon the citizens of the town of Schererville to observe Friday, May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of those law enforcement officers who, through courageous deeds, have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have become disabled in the performance of duty. And let us recognize and pay respect to the survivors of the fallen heroes. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the town of Schererville to be affixed on this 13th day of May 2026. Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is approved, 5-0. Item N, we have a proclamation. Proclamation, National Public Works Week, May 17th through the 23rd, 2026. Rooted in service, powered by community. Whereas public works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to public health, high quality of life, the well-being of the people of the town of Schererville, Indiana, and whereas these infrastructure, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of public works professionals who are engineers, managers, and employees at all levels of government and the private sector who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our citizens. And whereas it is in the public interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children in the town of Schererville, Indiana, to gain knowledge of and maintain an ongoing interest in the understanding of the importance of public works and the public works program in their respective communities. Whereas the year 2026 marks the 66th Annual National Public Works Week, sponsored by the American Public Works Association. Be it now, therefore I, Robin Arvanitis, Town Council President, do hereby designate the week of May 17th through the 23rd, 2026 as National Public Works Week. I urge all citizens to join with representatives of the American Public Works Association and government agencies in activities, events, and ceremonies designed to pay tribute to our public works professionals, engineers, managers, employees, and to recognize the substantial contributions they make to protecting our national health, safety, and the advancing quality of life for all. Dated this 13th day of May 2026.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Madam President, can we ask Mr. Nondorf to buy his staff like donuts or something for all the public works people?
I will gladly do that, and they will love it.
Thank you. Item N, consider acceptance of donations in the amount of $5,105.97.
Madam President, thank you. Our town hall offices for the month of April had various donators. Mr. Cam Patel, Steve Hurt, the individuals from ARP who service our residents to help them with their taxes. The fire department as well had some donuts delivered to them by Enbridge. The Fire Equipment Fund had some cash donations from Ramirka Volovic, Gerald and Shirley Arntz, totaling $130 in cash or checks. The Animal Control Department also had a variety of in-kind donations to help take care of our animals there. Hearts in Motion, Jacqueline Brewer, Irene. Hearts in Motion, Protecting Canine Heroes, Laura Dubish, and 2 anonymous individuals that cared enough to give something to them. Animal Control building remodel, which they're also working on. We had a variety of cash donations from Ann Menino, Elizabeth and Pam Greco, Schererville Lions Club, Sharon Moore, Patty Cook Furlong, Caleb S. Johnson Law, LLC, Marie Turkany, Janice and Stephen Vamus, Shirley Ann Harold, Barbara Pfister, Kathleen Stone, James and Mary Gibson, Sandra Kalemba, Judy Edelman, Linda McCarthy, and Joan Cash. Those totals for the building remodel came up to $2,490 even. The VIPs, Schererville VIPs also received a donation of $40 cash for assisting in a funeral escort. The police patrol also received some goodies from the Dowdy family and Lizette Guillen, totaling $735. And last but not least, Public Works received a red maple tree for Earth Day from RAL Landscaping, valued at $300. For April, our in-kind donations total $2,445.97, and monetary donations total $2,660 even. Grand total $5,105.97.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Donations accepted, 5-0, approved. Next, we have business from the floor. If we have any business from the floor, we ask that you limit your comments to around 3 minutes. So if you have any business from the floor, want to step up to the microphone?
Hi, Schererville Town Council and employees, I appreciate the time to present. My name is Chris Orth. I live at 7380 Bradford Place in Camden Woods.
Hey, Chris, can you turn the mic up?
course, yeah.
There you
Is
go.
that better?
Can't hear you.
Better?
Yep. That's better.
Thank you for letting me know. I live at 7380 Bradford Place in Camden Woods. I've been there about 11 years, raising a family of 6 kids. And on the morning of October 25th of last year, we had a water main break in the easement just outside our property line. The water ran for about 4 hours before it was shut off. I've talked to several civil engineers about the damage that was done on my property. I brought pictures. I know they'd probably be hard to see. I'm happy to walk up there and show. But what happened is when that water main went off, the water rushed out down the street like a river, as well as underneath my driveway, popping up the driveway, making tripping hazards left and right, caving the driveway at the apron, and in general, causing damage all the way up to my garage. And so what I'd ask the council to consider is a remediation plan. I do want to thank Mr. Schmidt and Ms. I always struggle with your last name, I'm
Okay.
sorry, Arvanitis, for their help in the matter. We did have Jim Gorman come out, and I do believe that he had had the attitude of saying no from the get-go, because he doesn't believe that this was caused by the water main. Unfortunately, I've had 3 civil engineers come look at it with me that are just colleagues of mine, and they said hydrostatic pressure can raise any concrete, could do any kind of damage like they're seeing. And I'd like for the town to consider approaching this like I do with my own kids. When you make something wrong, you make it right. So I'm happy to share the pictures with you. The one in particular I'd show you is the river that's going down my street, and then the various cracks in the driveway and lifting of blocks that, concrete moldings that I have. The entire driveway is lifted by about an inch. I have a mother and a stepdad that both shuffle, and now it's a walking hazard for them. My insurance is aware, but they said since it happened on town property, they are not responsible. However, they're aware of the tripping hazard, and they said that would be unfortunate. So,
Thank you.
I have a couple questions.
Me too.
of course.
So I wonder, do you have any sort of written report from those engineers saying that this was caused by this
I've
incident?
not hired an engineer to
Okay.
provided a written report.
And is there photos from before this incident?
They're not.
They're not. Those are all after the incident?
Correct.
Okay.
The one thing that Mr. Gorman brought up is that what he saw was settling concrete. In my experience, and the same with the 3 engineers I talked, they all live on my street. They said, concrete settles one direction and that's down. My driveway is raised up an inch.
Yeah.
So, happy to answer any other questions.
Thank you. No, I have no more.
I have one question. Mr. Nondorf, we were out there at the early start of this after it happened, and your advice was to let that settle over the winter,
Correct.
and that's what happened. And this is kind of the his pictures are the kind of the end result of after it settled.
Not sure how you want me to answer this. I haven't seen the pictures myself. I was out there originally when the water main broke. The 4 hours of the water main still running was a result of waiting for emergency locates from the prospective utility companies in that area. We did throttle the main down when we arrived on scene, so we took it from 50, 60 PSI to 30, so people still had water in the meantime until the utility locates were marked on the ground. Anything with the concrete is speculation at this point. Nothing else for me to really say.
Do the photos show the water running up onto your property?
Mm-hmm.
They do? So it was up into their yard, up into their
Yeah.
driveway?
They do show at the end of the driveway, and then I have pictures where weeks later it was seeping out from underneath the driveway, where the water was still, coming back down the hill that through the aggregate that's under the concrete.
Where was the break in relation to your home?
My home sits, I know you can't see these pictures. If my home were to sit here, the water main happened right along here. The break happened
So in
right
the
there.
easement next to your property, is that what
Literally
you mean?
maybe 15 feet from my driveway.
So there was a meeting that took place. Will there be another mediation or meeting that will take place regarding this?
They had a meeting on site when I was on vacation. I don't know if there's going to be another meeting or not.
Okay, and I know that someone had mentioned you had some engineers that have looked at this too. Have we had anybody look at it further? That it would be an engineer?
No, when we went out there, the gentleman threatened litigation, so we just stopped talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if there's going to be possible litigation, we don't want to add any more comments.
Okay.
Okay. My ask is that you would consider hiring an independent engineering firm to take a look at what happened. The questions that were asked when Mr. Gorman was there, it was clear that he's not an engineer, nor does practice to be one. So I am an engineer. I do know what happened. So at the end of the day, I just ask again that you make right the damage that was done by the water main break.
When was the water main break again?
It was October 25th last year.
October 25th.
I prefer Jim Gorman does not approach my property again. The way he handled himself is completely unprofessional. I do wish that we had an engineer out at that day. I appreciate he was on vacation, but to come out and act like an engineer is not actually being an engineer.
I wasn't acting like an engineer. I was acting like a utility guy that's been in the business for 33 years.
Okay, that's your
So,
opinion.
Water runs downhill, not uphill.
At 60 PSI, water will run in any direction
It
for
wasn't.
every civil engineer I talk to.
It
I
was
think
not.
you had said that we weren't going to comment anymore
Yeah.
regarding the situation, if there was impending.
Well, it's false, so I had to clear that up.
Again, he pretends.
And if a meeting is to be, I guess we need to confer with you where we go from here? Okay, okay. So we'll have some discussion. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Is there any other business from the floor? Any business from the floor? Seeing and hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.